snowstorm. Antarctica.
Ice scientists are penguins.
Antarctica, they're opening the abyss.
We're past my heart out, so we're going to have to do this quickly.
Yep, we're just zooming through this.
This first one is from stuff.co.nz. It's a New Zealand outlet. And the headline here, multi-million-dollar Scott base rebuild to remain green as public vote ends.
Oh.
Now, I was reading this thinking, wow, you know, they're really pushing forward for it's like the Green New Deal.
Green New Deal, Green Agenda.
Deal. Yeah, so that's what I thought it was. Boy, was I wrong. With just 1 day left to cast a vote, it looks as though New Zealand's home on the ice, Scott Base, will remain green. Antarctica's New Zealand asked the country to vote for one of the three color choices for the exterior paint job.
Oh, it's actually green. Just the color green.
Kiko Orangi, Karaka, or Kakariki, blue, orange, or green, for the $344 million rebuild of the Scott Base Research Hub. Close to 10,000 votes that have been cast as of Monday afternoon ahead of the cutoff at midnight Tuesday. Antarctica's website put Kakaraiki Green well in the lead with 42.8%. Karaka Orange at 33.
Oh.
0.5%. They're losing. It's almost as if the 33 is no longer good enough.
Oh, no.
And Kikorangi Blue trailing with less than a quarter of all votes, 23.62.
Well, 42% of the vote for the green. 42 is the answer.
That's what I'm saying.
Green is obviously the answer.
Right. But project director John Ager said the actual count is far closer, with only around 800 votes separating green and orange.
Oh, no.
Another said that the redevelopment is not expected to be completed until 2028, but decisions have been made during the design phase. And it goes on.
Just before the 2030 agenda.
Perfect. And it's got this picture of three different versions, blue, orange, or green.
Yeah.
And great. Wonderful. I
mean, it is a nice color green.
It is.
I think there's some espionage or something going here, because the blue is a very deep sort of
it is
cartoonish
it's
blue.
Not a typical blue. It's like it is a deep blue.
The orange is a very orange. Yeah, it's very vibrant, orange. Very, very orange. But the green is sort of like a subdued minty green.
Mint green, that's what it is, yeah.
It's really soothing. I mean, I like the green.
Yeah. It really does align well with all the wokeness going on down there.
Yeah.
So, I was faked out by this, which is basically just a lesson in read the article, don't assume things, because when I read it, I thought, they're spending $1 million in Antarctica for the green agenda, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And then it turns out it was just literally the color of the paint of the, which, by the way, who cares?
Yeah.
But I guess
here's something fun that I read when you brought this. There's also kind of a tie-in. Remember, folks, if you're new, we are constantly analyzing and deconstructing the news about Antarctica and have discovered that it is being sort of groomed and prepared in the minds of the world that Antarctica is sort of the utopia. It's the utopia of wokeness, utopia of equity, utopia of whatever. And like all things Green New Deal and equity involved and everything, there is always the white liberal elite who benefit more than anybody,
right?
Which is what we've been seeing with Antarctica. But in this case, this is all about voting, right?
Yeah.
The whole thing is about voting for a color. And so that puts us in the mindset, okay, what does the voting for this color have to do with maybe the voting in utopia, or what message is in there? And they go here, they say, however, Ager, who's one of the guys that they're quoting, said they had noted about 1 in 5 voters, 10,000 voters, 1 in 5 is 2,000 voters selecting Antarctica as their region.
Right. Yeah,
somewhat outnumbering the 16 people overwintering at Scott Base. So you've got almost 2,000 people lying on their voting. On the color. They're claiming to have a direct right or interest in the color of the thing. 1 in 5, 20% of the voters are lying about their status
Bots.
as to how this color affects them.
But
and there's only 16 people who live at the base at any one time. So, I think that fits very well with sort of the idea of when you vote, you're sort of like you claim to be more affected by things and you lie about things. It's just had a weird sort of messaging to it. Prominent New Zealanders such as Lord, Lord?
The singer or like
that was an early 2000 aughts.
I always thought it was Lordy because it was spelled Lorde.
Sensation. And her main famous hit was Royals, talking about how we as not lizard people will never be royals, but we can still enjoy our life, which had some very interesting undertones. Attempted to tip the balance. Yeah, celebrity attempting to tip the balance of the vote, which again speaks to voting, the illusion of democracy in our world.
Yep.
So good find, Gons.